Somewhere in a climate-controlled vault at Yale University, there is a book. It's roughly 600 years old. 240 pages of handwritten text and bizarre illustrations, plants that don't exist in nature, naked women bathing in green liquid, strange astronomical diagrams, and a script that looks like writing, but isn't any language ever identified on Earth. For over a century, the world's greatest cryptographers have tried to crack it. Military codebreakers who decrypted Nazi Enigma machines during World War II tried, and failed. Modern linguists with access to supercomputers have tried, and failed. In 2024, researchers even tried feeding it into advanced artificial intelligence systems. It still hasn't been solved. This is the Voynich Manuscript, widely considered the most mysterious book in the world. And after over 100 years of serious academic study, we still don't know what it says, who wrote it, or even what language, if it is a language at all, it's written in. The manuscript takes its name from Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish-American antique book dealer who acquired it in 1912 from a Jesuit college in Italy. Voynich immediately recognized he had found something extraordinary. He spent the rest of his life trying to authenticate and decode it, consulting with some of the era's leading scholars. But the manuscript's history goes back much further than 1912. Radiocarbon dating conducted in 2009, using small samples of the vellum, the animal skin parchment the book is written on, determined the material dates to between 1404 and 1438. This places its creation firmly in the early 15th century, during the Italian Renaissance. The book contains roughly 240 surviving pages, though some believe additional pages may be missing. It's organized into sections that researchers have informally categorized based on their illustrations. An herbal section featuring plant drawings, an astronomical section with diagrams of stars and zodiac symbols, a biological section featuring strange tube-like structures and nude female figures in liquid, a pharmaceutical section with labeled jars and plant parts, and a final section of continuous text with no illustrations at all, sometimes called the recipes section. The handwriting is fluid and confident, whoever wrote this was not hesitating or inventing as they went. They wrote quickly, the way someone writes when they actually know what they're writing. But the script itself has never been matched to any known language, ancient or modern. To understand why this manuscript has resisted decoding for over a century, you need to understand what makes a code crackable in the first place. Most historical ciphers are based on a known language. You substitute letters, shift an alphabet, or rearrange words. Codebreakers can use a technique called frequency analysis. In English, for example, the letter E appears far more often than the letter Z. By analyzing these patterns, codebreakers can often reverse engineer the original message. The Voynich script does have patterns, and that's actually part of what makes it so strange. The text follows statistical rules similar to real languages. Certain words repeat in ways consistent with natural language, certain letter combinations follow recognizable patterns. This is one reason most serious researchers don't believe it's pure random gibberish. But here's the problem, the patterns don't match any known language family. Not Latin. Not Italian. Not Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, or any European language of the period. Some patterns are almost too consistent, leading some researchers to suspect it might be an elaborate hoax using a generative technique to create text that looks meaningful without actually meaning anything. In 1944, military cryptographer William Friedman, the same man who helped break Japanese codes during World War II, formed a team to attack the Voynich manuscript. After years of work, his team made no definitive progress. Throughout the Cold War, NSA codebreakers reportedly studied the manuscript during their off hours, treating it almost like a hobby challenge precisely because it had defeated every serious attempt before them. Over the past century, dozens of theories have been proposed. Here are the most credible. Theory 1, it's an unknown or invented language. Some linguists believe the manuscript represents either a natural language that has since gone extinct without leaving other records, or a constructed language, invented intentionally, similar to how Tolkien invented Elvish centuries later. If true, this would make it one of the earliest known constructed languages in human history, predating most known examples by centuries. Theory 2, it's written in a known language using an unusual cipher. Various researchers have proposed that the text represents Latin, Hebrew, or even a Turkish dialect, encoded using techniques like anagramming or substitution combined with abbreviation systems common in medieval manuscripts. Multiple researchers have published solutions using this approach over the decades. Every single one has eventually been debunked by other experts who found the translations were not consistent or reproducible. Theory 3, it's a hoax. Some researchers, including computational linguists, have suggested the manuscript could be an elaborate medieval hoax, created to be sold to a wealthy patron as a mysterious, valuable artifact, with the text being meaningless but statistically structured to look convincing. A 2016 study using a simple grid-based code generation method demonstrated it was possible to create text with statistical properties similar to the Voynich script without any actual meaning, lending some credibility to this theory. But this doesn't explain why someone would invest the enormous time required to fill 240 pages with fake text and elaborate illustrations. Theory 4, it's a women's medical or herbal text written in code to avoid persecution. Some researchers point to the numerous illustrations of nude women and biological-looking structures, suggesting the manuscript may contain women's health or herbal medicine knowledge. Information that could have been dangerous to record openly during a period when such knowledge was sometimes associated with accusations of witchcraft. Theory 5, AI may eventually crack it, or may have already failed in a revealing way. In recent years, researchers have applied natural language processing and machine learning models to the manuscript. Some AI systems identified patterns suggesting the text could be a genuine, if unknown, language with grammatical structure. Other AI analyses concluded the patterns were too statistically unusual to match any natural human language, reinforcing the hoax or constructed language theories. As of today, no AI system has produced a translation accepted by serious researchers. The Voynich Manuscript is currently housed at Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where it remains one of the most requested items by researchers worldwide. In 2016, Yale published high-resolution digital scans of every page online, a decision that effectively crowdsourced the mystery, allowing anyone in the world with an internet connection to study the original pages. This led to an explosion of amateur and academic research throughout the late 2010s and 2020s. Reddit communities, academic forums, and individual researchers worldwide have proposed new theories, with several claiming breakthrough translations, all of which have so far failed to hold up to scrutiny. What makes this mystery genuinely unique compared to other historical enigmas is this: with most unsolved mysteries, we're missing evidence. We don't have the body, the wreckage, the lost colony. With the Voynich Manuscript, we have the entire object. Every page. Every illustration. Every word, perfectly preserved for 6 centuries. We're not missing the evidence. We simply cannot understand it. Somewhere in early 15th century Europe, someone sat down with ink and parchment and wrote 240 pages of text that no one, not medieval scholars, not Renaissance cryptographers, not World War II codebreakers, not modern linguists, not today's most advanced artificial intelligence, has ever been able to read. Either they invented an entire language that died with them, or they encoded real knowledge so cleverly that 6 centuries of brilliant minds couldn't unlock it. Or they spent years creating an elaborate, beautiful lie, for reasons we'll truly never know. The Voynich Manuscript sits in a temperature-controlled vault today, fully digitized, available for anyone in the world to study. And it remains, after more than 100 years of serious effort by the world's best codebreakers, completely unread. What do you think the Voynich Manuscript really says? Let me know your theory in the comments. If you're new here, check out our investigations into Amelia Earhart, the Mary Celeste, and the Dyatlov Pass incident, more of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Links on your screen now. Subscribe to Lost Chronicles. We uncover what history left behind.